to grieve at the passing of our dear democracy. In 2010, the Supreme Court pronounced the death sentence to it in the Citizens United ruling. Today, in the McCutcheon versus the FEC ruling, the execution occurred. Previously, individuals were limited to an aggregate spending of $230,000 per election cycle. Now an individual can spend over $5 million. At what point do contributions become bribes? And how many Americans have the resources to make contributions of this magnitude? We're calling for a rally of everyone who is saddened by this unhappy decision. The rally will be at 12 noon on Saturday, April the 5th, at Central and Tulane. We, the people of Albuquerque, will work to correct this gross impediment to our right to be heard by the people we elect. We will get a constitutional amendment or whatever it takes to perform a miracle, the resurrection of our democracy.
Common Cause New Mexico is considering the McCutcheon's decision today by the Supreme Court to be the Citizens United 2. It is absolutely corrupting in our politics to have this much money being spent. We commissioned a poll here in New Mexico just a couple of months ago, and 80% of New Mexico voters across all parties think that there's already too much money spent in politics. Whether you care about the environment, whether you care about workers or children or women or frankly guns, until we get money out of politics, your issue is going nowhere. Your issue is going to be overridden by the people now who can spend $3.6 million in one election. That's right, one person can spend $3.6 million in a federal election as of today. The people of New Mexico became the second state in the nation to call for Congress to overturn Citizens United back in January 2012. Since then, we've had 16 states join us and hundreds of local municipalities around the country. The Supreme Court must wake up. This is the same Supreme Court that continues to take away our voting rights while giving our elections to billionaires who don't even live in New Mexico. New Mexicans need to get serious. They need to pass disclosure laws, and we need to overturn some of these horrendous decisions out of the Supreme Court.
I'll say something. Do you identify your name?
Do you want me to?
We're just talking. I'll just say. Hi, I'm with Central New Mexico Move to Amend. I'm going to read National Move to Amend statement. Once again, this court has made its loyalties clear, and they lie not with the American people. The wealthiest individuals already have the power to finance campaigns, and now the court has made that even easier. We reject the Supreme Court's ruling in McCutcheon and call on the American people to build a movement to force Congress to overrule the court through an amendment to the U.S. Constitution to make clear that corporations do not have constitutional rights and that money is not speech, and campaign spending at all levels can and should be regulated. Thank you.
Hi, I represent Women Pressing for Change. And Women Pressing for Change was really depressed today to hear the ruling by the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has essentially sold us out, and plutocracy is now taking over. All I can say is we really have to get together now and rally around the amendment to the Constitution. And so Women Pressing for Change are going to press for the amendment, and we're going to press for the voters, because the power is now with the voters. If everyone got out and voted, our votes could overtake all of the influence that money has. So let's get out and get everybody to vote. Press for the move to amend and press for voters. Thanks.
Okay. All right. Let me do a little of this. Okay. Today's McCutcheon decision benefits only the 0.01% that can spend more than $100,000 on political campaigns. The decision overturns aggregate campaign donation limits based on the false idea that money is political speech. Money is property. When property is equated to political speech, then we all have different, unequal political rights. Language creates money. Language gives money its value through law, contracts, agreements. You know, there aren't special bits in the computers in a bank. They mean something because people say that those bits mean a certain dollar value. In the phrasing of Lincoln, it's not a quote, but in the phrasing, money is prior to and independent of speech. Their language creates money, therefore money is not speech. Language is what sets us apart from the other animals. Our U.S. Constitution and our country itself was and is created by language. In the beginning was the Word. Simply put, money is property. Money is a noun. Language is a special activity of human beings. Speech is a verb. Money cannot be equated to speech without distorting the language that underlies both. The Supreme Court is off the rails wrong. We now have a plutocracy instead of a democracy. We now have a government of the people, by the government, for the corporations and their wealthy owners. We the people need to make that clear to the Supreme Court, that we need a 28th Amendment that says all of we the people are human beings. Corporations are not people. And language creates money and gives it value. Money is not speech.
Ring around the rosy, ring around McCutcheon, opens up corruption, SCOTUS, SCOTUS, we all fall down. I'm loving it. So I'll print them all up and then make sure I email them out to folks ahead of time. So we'll have a bunch of them because we collected about 10 different chants today.
I'm going to ask Joel.
He's taking
Wonderful. He's a good deal. I'll make sure I send them all to you so you can get them to him ahead of time, the ones that we have.